This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't
generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States. Video of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Short.
We shouldn't be afraid of that. Black men and the Jewish community.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
You know, I wonder why Israel's biggest problem is the young generation of the black community.
I can tell you why. Because they know what the true Torah and Tanakh say. They know what it says. And through studying and through praying, I know too. I also understand the time of the prophecies that we're in. Why? By studying to show myself approved and praying for the Creator to show me, give me eyes to see, to give me ears to hear, and give me a mouth that will confess the words of the Creator here out my mouth. The truth will set you free and set you apart. Why are they so scared of young black people in America? It's scriptural why. And it's in scripture and y'all don't and it's right in front of your face. And you haven't read it. It's the signs of the time. My friend is always asking me the question. He goes, let me guess. It's a sign. This is the sign of what is about to come. Let's go. Today, I'm going to be reading through in the Septuagint that has the Apocrypha. Why am I doing this? Because I wanted it to be uniform and all the same colors instead of all over the place. So I'm reading this version so that it can be uniform, and because it's a lot of information, I wanted it to be quicker. So I screenshotted all the precepts for you all, and let's get started. So this is Jeremiah chapter 27 in the Septuagint. Let's go. Starting at chapter 27, starting at verse 37, and it reads, a sword upon their warriors, and upon the mixed people in the midst of her, and they shall be as a woman, a sword upon the treasures, and they shall be scattered upon her water, and they shall be ashamed, for it is a land of graven images, and in the islands where they boast. Therefore shall idols dwell in the islands, and the young of monsters shall dwell in it. It shall not be inhabited any more forever. And the Creator here overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and the cities bordering upon them, says the Creator, no man shall dwell there, and no son of man shall sojourn there. Behold, a people comes from the north, and a great nation and many kings shall be stirred up from the ends of the earth, holding bow and dagger. And the people is fierce and will have no mercy. Now, who are we talking about? This is Deuteronomy 28, 29, 30, right here. These are the same people right here. And their voices shall sound as the sea, and they shall ride upon horses prepared for war, like fire against you, O daughter of Babylon. Next. And the king of Babylon heard the sound of them, and his hands were infallible. Anguish overcame him, pangs as of a woman in travail. Behold, he shall come up as a lion from Jordan to Gathan, for I will speedily drive them from her, and I will set all the youths against her. Oh, so why are they scared of young black people, young black men? You know, the chosen Israelites? Because Creator says, I will set the youths against her. Against who? Babylon. I will set the youths against her. For who is like me? And who will resist me? And who is this shepherd who will stand before me? And therefore hear you the counsel of the Creator here, which he has taken against Babylon. So there's going to be used and there's going to be counsel. Use and counsel of the Creator here. The Creator says, what, in Isaiah, I'm going to set your judges and I'm going to bring back your judges. I'm going to bring back your judges and your counselors. Then the Creator says in Joel chapter 2, I'm going to bring back the teachers of righteousness, and she will bear her fruit. You know, a tree is female that bear fruit, right? And her tree will bear her fruit. That's a female. Only female trees have fruit. And his devices, which he has devised upon the Chaldeans inhabiting it. So Chaldeans are inhabiting what? Babylon. And the youths and the councils come. Let's go and see what else. Hey, I said. Thus says the Creator Yah. Surely the lambs of their flock shall be destroyed. The lambs of who flock? Babylon shall be destroyed. Pasture. Surely pastures shall be cut from them. For at the sound of the taking of Babylon, the earth shall quake. So there's going to be the youth going to rise up against them. The council is going to come against them, and there's going to be an earthquake. And a cry shall be heard among the nations. Thus says the Creator here, behold, I stir up against Babylon and against the Chaldeans dwelling therein a deadly burning wind. Ooh, sounds like some fire. And I will send forth against Babylon spoilers, and they shall spoil her, and shall ravage her land. Woe to Babylon round about her in the day of her affliction. Let the archers bend his bow, and him that has armor put it on. And spare you not her men, but destroy you all her hosts. So all the hosts of Babylon are going to be destroyed. And slain men shall fall in the land of Chaldeans, and men pierced through shall fall without. So who is the Creator coming to get? You know them people? You know them people that the Creator said was going to come over here on our land? You know them folks. So the Creator's finna send somebody for them now. And for Israel and Judah have not been forsaken of their Creator here, of the Creator, the what? Authority, Almighty, whereas their land was filled with iniquity against the holy things of Israel. Flee you out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver everyone his soul. So how are you going to get out of Babylon? You have to deliver yourself out of Babylon. You have to walk away from it. You do. If you stay there, so you. and everyone his soul, and be not overthrown in her iniquity. For it is the time of her retribution. For the Creator he is rendering to her a recompense. Y'all do know what recompense mean, right? Recompense. See if they got it on here. They don't. So let's try it a different way. Recompense. Oops. Because if you put it behind it, it won't. I mean, in front of it, it'll mess it up. In the ancient Semitic language, recompense is not a mere financial transaction, but a concrete relational concept of restoration, balancing scales, and maturity. Because Paleo Hebrew and Aramaic are sister Semitic languages, they share identical root keys, but express meaning through different cultural and linguistic lenses. And it says in Hebrew, meaning Paleo Hebrew, it is in ancient Hebrew, the two primary root words used for recompense are shalom or gamal. And basic Paleo Hebrew was a pictographic script. Every letter represented a physical object that reveals the word's deepest meaning. Word A, shalom, to make whole, restore, repay. I'm going to repay you. This is the root word of shalom, peace. In a legal or moral sense, it means to fix a broken situation so the scales are balanced again. It says to destroy the authority of chaos. To ancient Hebrew, gives recompense meant stepping into a chaotic, damaged situation like a theft or injury and using authority to completely erase the chaos by making things right. So the Creator is going to make things right. Word B, gamal, to deal bountifully, full ripen, requite. The Creator says, you think I'm not going to requite you? Says that over in there. What in what is it? The book of Amos, or is that the book of Joel? This root means give someone exactly what they have earned, whether it is a beautiful reward or a just punishment. It is the root word behind the name of the Creator here, Yahweh Gamalah, the power, the authority of recompense. Walking to bring a massive flow of direction. It represents a person walking towards something to deliver a full, overflowing return for their action. In the Aramaic, the language spoken widely across the ancient Near East, approaches recompense through the lens of wages, fruits of labor, and judicious clearing. The main historical Aramaic terms used for recompense are agra. This literal translates to wages, hire, and rent. In Aramaic thought, spiritual and moral recompense is viewed as a earned paycheck. Y'all done wrote a check y'all can't cash, y'all. Y'all done wrote a check y'all can't cash. When you do good or evil, you are building up an accumulated wage that must legally be paid out to you. Paraguana. This comes from the root meaning to pay back. The big payback. The big payback. avenge, or deliver. In legal Aramaic text, it refers to a savior or an exactor who steps in to a balance a debt. Recompense here is a legal release, either pay off a debt to free someone or exact a penalty to close a court case. Hubla, used primarily when recompense means restitution or compensation for damages. It means physical binding back together what was broken, fractured in a relationship or property. And so there you go. Let's go back. Told you this is going to be a long one. It's a lot of screenshotting. It's the chair dance. Okay, so that's where it recompenses. I just showed you what the meaning of recompense. All right. So the Creator says, flee out the midst of Babylon and deliver everyone his soul. Be not overthrown in her iniquity. So don't be standing over there doing what the Babylonians do. When in Rome, don't be like Rome. For it is time of her retribution from the Creator. Hey is rendering to her a recompense. Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Creator's hand, causing all the earth to be drunken. The nations have drunk of her wine. Therefore, they were shaken. And Babylon is falling suddenly. So it's going to fall suddenly, y'all. And it is broken to pieces. Lament for her. Take balm for her deadly wound, if by any means she may be healed. We tried to heal Babylon, but she was not healed. Let us forsake her and depart, every one to his own country, for her judgment has reached to the heavens. It has mounted up to the stars. So you can't stay in this land. You got to go back to your own country. And if you don't, let me show what's going to happen to you. I told y'all that 2 minutes times. The Creator has brought forth the Creator's judgment. Come, let us declare in Zion the works of the Creator, our authority and our power. Prepare the arrows, fill the quivers. The Creator, y'all, has stirred up the spirit of the king of the Medes. So the Medes are coming, y'all. For the Creator's wrath is against Babylon to destroy it utterly. For it is the Creator's vengeance. It is the vengeance of the Creator's people. It's the Creator's people. Why? For what you did to the Creator's people. Lift up a standard on the walls of Babylon and prepare the quivers. Rouse the guards. Prepare the weapons, for the Creator has taken the work in hand and will execute what the Creator has spoken against the inhabitants of Babylon. Jeremiah 28, verse 13. The dwelling on many waters. So where is Babylon? Don't America dwell on many waters? Don't North America dwell on many waters? Dwell on many waters, and amidst the abundance of her treasures. Your end is coming barely into your bowels. So the Creator said, I'm coming to you. For the Creator has sworn by the Creator's arm, saying, I will fill you with men as with locusts, and they that come down shall cry against you, O Babylon. The Creator has made the earth by the Creator's own power, preparing the world by the Creator's wisdom, and by the Creator's understanding, the Creator stretched out the heavens. At the Creator's voice, the Creator makes a sound of water in the heaven and bring up clouds from the extremity of the earth. The Creator makes lightning for rain and brings light out of the Creator's treasure. Every man has completely lost understanding, and every goldsmith is confounded because of they created graven images. For they have cast false gods, and there is no breath in them. They are vain works, objects of scorn. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. Anybody who has created false gods in the time of visitation, when the Creator come and show up on you, you will perish. Let's do visitation. Oops. I always click AI mode so I can put it all on one page instead of having all the different crap. In the Hebrew and the Aramaic, the concept of visitation goes far beyond a casual social call. It denotes a divine intervention, official inspection, and an accounting where a superior alters the state of subordinates of a subordinate. The primary biblical word for visitation in the Hebrew root is pagah, and its noun is pagadah, which and I might not be saying these right, so don't fault me for that. If I'm saying them wrong, please let me know. Which carries identical meaning in its sister language, Aramaic. In the Paleo Hebrew, each letter of a root word represents an object that provides a deeper visual metaphor. Pagad breaks down as follows. Together, the pictures depict opening a door to speak and bringing order to a circle over time. Visually, this paints a picture of a master stepping through a doorway to carefully inspect a situation, speak a decree, and establish a firm boundary line. It is like a riverbank, a noun derived from this same root that keeps water from flowing wildly out of control. Biblical meaning, baruching versus judgment. Because pagad means a personal inspection and pay close attention to, its application is in scripture shifts dramatically depending on the spiritual situation of those being visited. So everybody's going to get a different outcome. Visitation of a baruching. When the Creator Yahweh opens the door to look with care upon his people, it is results in salvation, intervention, or fulfillment of a promise. Example, the Creator Yah visits Sarah to grant her a child. Visitation of judgment. When the Creator here inspects a situation and finds corruption, the visitation shifts to judgment or punishment. In Exodus, the Creator Yah speaks of visiting the iniquity of the father upon the children. It literally translates to bringing an account or letting natural consequences settle in. In the Aramaic, in the ancient Aramaic, the root pagad takes on an even more distinct administrative weight. And so the reason I'm finna go back to this real quick, because there in the book that I have, the Stone Edition, not which you can buy the book, but they won't let it let you do the PDF online no more. They won't let you do that no more. In order, if you want to read that book, you're gonna have to buy the book and ship it to your house now. So they won't. They said they uploaded illegally. They shouldn't have done that. So we had what, I think they put it online in the 90s and they took it off now. So literally just a few weeks ago they took it offline where you can't see it. But it says here, visiting the iniquities of the father upon the children. So in the Stone Edition Tanakh, it says in Exodus that the children will only be punished with this if they had a chance to get away from that parent. But if the parent beat them, oppressed them in any kind of way, that child will not be found guilty. They will not. But if that child had a chance to walk away from the evil and they did not walk away from that evil, they were given opportunity to leave. The Creator sent somebody to say, hey, I'm giving you a chance to get up out of here, and you don't leave from it, and you continue on the traditions of your forefathers and doing the wickedness that they taught you, then yes, you will get the curses of your parents. So that is the stipulation. It only goes on you if you have an opportunity to leave and you don't leave, and you like, I want to do what dad did, and dad was wicked and dad did all this, or mom was wicked and mom did all this. That's the stipulation in there. So that's the part they leave out of that. So when I visit the Creator visiting the iniquities of the father upon the children, it's because the children didn't walk away from the wickedness like Abraham did with Terah. There's your example. Abraham's like, I ain't down with that, Terah. Okay, now let's keep reading. The Aramaic shift. In the ancient Aramaic, the root pagad takes on an even more distinct administrative way, while it still carries the dual sense of visitation to Baruchins. This word should be Baruchins right there. That is an evil word right there. That's an evil word. That means that's a blood sacrifice when you tell somebody that. Or judge. Y'all notice I won't say certain words. I will use, because when you use this word and you reverberate it out your mouth, you are cursing somebody. So stop telling people that unless you want them to die brutally. So I just had to say that real quick. And this is going to be a long one, y'all. This is going to be about a 4-hour video. So that's why I'm doing it tonight. I'll upload it and y'all probably get to see it tomorrow morning. So, to command, mandate, or appoint. That's what it says. Let me get back to this because it's a lot of information. And for this, Aramaic yields the noun pagadana, which translates to precept, commandment, or official custody charge. Ooh. A visitation in the Aramaic mindset is an encounter that delivers a binding divine instruction or resets a official position or authority. Y'all ain't playing. So when the Creator says about the visitation, it's about what? My precepts. The Creator has precepts. The Creator has commandments. Y'all heard that sound confirmation. And the Creator's charges. Y'all better go find out what the law, statutes, commandments are and do them. The Creator said, when I come here, in Malachi 3, the Creator says, when I show up, and I come. Malachi 3, who will survive? In Micah chapter 7, the Creator says, when I come for my visitation, y'all gonna be perplexed. Why y'all gonna be perplexed? Because y'all don't know what the precepts are, you don't know what the commandments are, and you don't know what the official charge is. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to tell you what the truth is. Now, if I give you all this, I take this time and break this down for you, what the true law, statutes, commandments are, what the true things that came out of the Creator Yah's mouth, what the Creator hates and what the Creator's love, and you still choose to do what you want to do. Ooh, all I can say is woe to you. Now, the Creator says, they are vain works. What? Your false gods are vain works. And objects of scorn. They're scorn to me. And in the time of these people, all of y'all visitations, you shall perish. So y'all, we already at the battle of Jehoshaphat. And not, but it says here, not such as Jacob's portion though. So Jacob is mentioned right here. Why is this important? Let's find out why they took this out. Y'all do know this ain't in y'all book, right? Go look, see how far it go. And in Jeremiah chapter 28. It ain't in the book. Not such is that of Jacob's portions, for Jacob right here, that for Jacob that formed all things. Jacob is the Creator's inheritance. For the Creator that formed all things. The Creator. Jacob is the Creator's inheritance. The Creator Haya is his name. You scatter for me the weapons of war, and I will scatter nations by you. Ooh, so by Jacob. By Jacob, y'all. By Jacob. By Jacob. See, they don't want y'all to know that it's going to be Jacob. They want y'all to think that it's the house of Judah that's going to do this. They have to tell y'all that. Why? Because they told you that JC came from Judah. They can't tell you that the Jacob is the ones that use the Creator you're going to use to be the battle axe. You scatter for me the weapons of war, and I will scatter nations by you, Jacob, and will destroy kings by means of you, Jacob. And by you I will scatter the horses and his rider, Jacob. And by you, Jacob, I will scatter chariots and them that rise on them. And by you, Jacob, I will scatter youth and maid. And by you, Jacob, I will scatter man and woman. And by you, Jacob, I will scatter the shepherd and his flock. And by you, Jacob, I will scatter the husbandman and his husbandry. You know what husbandman and husbandry is, do you know? And by you I will scatter leaders and the captains, Jacob, and I will recompense to Babylon and to all the Chaldeans that dwell there all their mischiefs. Dwell there all their mischiefs. The Creator said, I'm going to recompense Babylon and to all the Chaldeans that dwell there and all of their mischiefs and that they have done to Zion before your eyes. So we're going to see it, y'all. We're going to watch it happen. I told you, get your popcorn and watch it burn down. Mind your business and stay out of it and let it happen. This is hell doing this. This is hell doing this. Let's keep reading. There, the Creator says, I will recompense to Babylon and to all the Chaldeans that dwell there all their mischiefs that they have done to Zion before your eyes, says the Creator of Haya. Behold, I am against you, the ruined mountain that destroyed the whole earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon you and will roll you down upon the rocks and will make you a burnt mountain. Ooh. Hell ain't finna play. When hell show up, who gonna survive? 19. Not such as... I said I did that one. I did it. I I screenshot that twice. 26. And they shall not take from you a stone for a corner, nor a stone for a foundation. For you shall be a desolation forever. That means nothing's going to be standing there. And we know what Babylon is, right? That's East Canada and all the way down to close to New York. Lift up a standard, and don't people be talking about how they dropped the baby. Okay. They be having visions of they dropped the baby. Lift up a standard in the land. Sound the trumpet among the nations. Consecrate the nations against her. Raise up kings against her by me. And that for the people of Achdha set against her engines of war. Bring up against her horses as a multitude of locusts. Bring up the nations against her, even the king of the Medes and the whole earth, his rulers and all the captains. The earth has quaked and been troubled because the purpose of the Creator has risen up against Babylon. So there's going to be a worldwide earthquake because of this. To make the land of Babylon a desolation and an uninhabitable place, y'all. The warriors of Babylon has failed to fight. They shall sit there in the siege. Their power is broken. They are becoming like women. Her tabernacle have been set on fire. Her bars are broken, so there's going to be a fight. There's going to be a war with the Jews. Then the council's going to come back. Who's the council? Jacob. Jacob is already here talking about this right now. The house of Jacob. Then it's going to be an earthquake. It's going to be a war, and all this going to happen. Come on, let's go and learn down. But why they scared? Why they scared? Why they scared? And they cannot stop it. Believe me, they've been trying. They're trying to offset it. They've been trying to do everything. They've been trying everything from the rooter to the tutor, CERN, this, that, and the other, all that stuff. That's why they doing all that stuff. But they can't stop hell. They cannot stop hell. Let's keep going. One shall rush, running to meet another runner. And one shall go with tidings to meet another with tidings, to bring tidings to the king of Babylon, that the city of Babylon is taken. And they shall not take from you a stone. Okay, I screenshotted it twice. And they shall not take from you a stone. Oh, I screenshotted it 3 times. And at the end of his passages, if I did that a few times, then I might get out of this quicker than I think, y'all, because I'm at 38 minutes. And at the end of his passages, there were taken, and his cisterns, they have been burnt with fire, and his warriors are going forth. For thus says the Creator, the house of the king of Babylon, the houses of the king of Babylon shall be threshed as the floor in the season. Yet a little while, and her harvest shall come. Ooh. Y'all know what harvest day is. That's gleaning day. And the Creator has devoured me, and he has devoured me. He has torn me asunder. Airy darkness has come upon me. Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, has swallowed me up, as a dragon has filled his belly with delicacies. My troubles and my distress have driven me out into Babylon. Shall she that dwells in Sion say, and my blood shall be upon the Chaldeans dwelling there? Shall Jerusalem say, therefore thus says the Creator, behold, I will judge your adversaries. I will execute vengeance for you, and I will waste her sea and dry up her fountains. Ooh, the Creator said, I'm going to dry up your fountains. And Babylon shall be a desolation, and shall not be inhabited. For they rose up together as lions, and as a lion's whelp. Come on. And in their hearts I will give them a drop, and make them drunk, and that they may be stupefied. The Creator's gonna put them in a stupor, y'all. And sleep on and sleep an everlasting sleep, and not awake, says the Creator here, and bring you them down as lambs to the slaughter, and rams with kids. How has the boast of all the earth been taken and caught in a snare? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? And the sea has come up upon Babylon. So there's going to be a tsunami with the sound of its waves. She is covered. Her cities are become like a dry and trackless land. Not so much as one man shall dwell in it, neither shall a son of man lodge in it. And I will take vengeance on Babylon, and bring forth out her mouth what she has swallowed down. And the nations shall no longer be gathered to her. And in Babylon the slain men of all the earth shall fall. Go forth of the land, and you that escape, and stay not. So you don't stay there. And then it says, and stay not, and you that are far off, remember the Creator here, and let Jerusalem come to your mind. We are ashamed because we have heard our reproach. Disgrace has covered our face. Aliens are come into our sanctuary, even into the house of the Creator here. Therefore, behold, the days come, says the Creator here, when I will take vengeance upon her graven images, and slain men shall fall in her land. For though Babylon shall go up as the heaven, and though she should strengthen her walls with her power, from me shall come that they that shall destroy her, says the Creator here. A sound of a cry in Babylon, a great destruction in the land of the Chaldeans. For the Creator has utterly destroyed Babylon, and cut off from her the great voice sounding as many waters. Y'all know what many waters are. That's many religions and many doctrines. The Creator has co-signed her voice to destruction. For distress has come upon Babylon. Her warriors are taken. Their bows are useless, for the Creator Yah recompensed them. The Creator recompenses and will make her leaders and her wise men and her captains completely drunk, says the King of the Creator here, in the Creator's name. Thus says the Creator here, the wall of Babylon was made broad, but it shall be completely broken down, and her high gate shall be burnt with fire, and the people shall not labor in vain, nor the nation fail in their rule. The word which the Creator Yah commanded the prophet Jeremiah to say, Sarasas, son of Neras, the son of Manasseh, and I'm probably not saying that right, when he went to Sedekicus, king of Judah, to Babylon in the 4th year of his reign, and Zacharias was over the bounties, and Jeremiah wrote in a book all the evils which shall come upon Babylon, even all these words that are written against Babylon. And Jeremiah said to Sirachus, when you are come to Babylon, and shall see and read all these words. And the Creator, I did that one already. And then you shall say, oh, Creator, oh, authority and power, you have spoken against this place to destroy it, and that there should be none to dwell in it, neither man nor beast, for it shall be a desolation forever. And it shall come to pass, when you shall cease from reading this book, that you shall bind a stone upon it, and cast it into the midst of the Euphrates, and shall say, thus shall Babylon sink, and not rise, because the evil which I bring upon it. So, how do I know that this isn't a past prophecy, it's a future prophecy? Let's keep reading. First, let's do precept upon precept, because it brings joy to the heart. Let's go to Jeremiah 29. Thus says the Creator Yah against the Philistines, and behold, waters come up from the north, and shall become a sweeping torrent, and it shall sweep away the land, and its fullness of the cities, and them that dwell in it, and the men shall cry, and all that dwell in the land shall howl. And at the sound of his rushing, and at the sound of his hoofs, and at the rattling of the chariots, and at the noise of the wheels, and the fathers turn not to their children because of the weakness of their hands. And in that the day that is coming to destroy all the Philistines, I will utterly destroy Tyre and Sidon and the rest of their allies. For the Creator will destroy the remaining inhabitants of the islands. Do you know what Tyre is? Do you know what the city of Tyre is? I do. That's New Hampshire, baby. That's New York. That's New Jersey. That's Tyre. It says, I will utterly destroy Tyre and Sidon and all the rest of their allies, for the Creator will destroy the remaining inhabitants of the islands. Baldness is coming upon Gaza. Ashkelon is cast away, and the remnant of Enkim. How long will you strike, O sword of the Creator hair? How long will it be ere you are quiet? Return into your sheet, rest, and be removed. How shall it be quiet, whereas the Creator has given it a commission against Ascalon and against the regions of the sea coast, to awake against the remaining countries concerned in Idumea? Thus says the Creator here, there is no longer wisdom in Thaman. Counsel has perished from the wise ones. Their wisdom is gone. Says, their place has been deceived. Dig deep for a dwelling. You did inhabitants of Didam, for he has wrought grievously. I brought trouble upon him in the time at which I visited him. For grape gatherers are come, who shall not leave you a remnant. As thieves by the night, they shall lay their hands upon your possession. For I have stripped Esau, I have uncovered their secret places. They shall have no power to hide themselves. They have perished, each by the hand of his brother, my neighbor, and it is impossible for your fatherless one to be left to live. But I shall live, and the widows trust in me. How shall it be quiet? Chapter 29, verse 7. Whereas the Creator has given it a commission against Ascalon, against the regions of the seacoast, to wake against the remaining countries. Concerning Idumea, woo, y'all, that's capitalized. Thus says the Creator, Yah, there is no longer wisdom in them. Counsel has perished from the wise ones and their wisdom. Their places have been deceived. Dig deep. Oh, I think I read this one already. Yes, I have. I just didn't catch that capitulation for a time, first time. For thus says the Creator, Yah, they who were not appointed to drink the cup have drunk it, and you shall by no means be cleared. Let me say it again. For thus says the Creator, Yah. Do y'all know what this means? They who were not appointed to drink the cup have drunk it. What does that mean? In Isaiah 51, it says, you have drunk the cup of what? My wrath. But there was people here that wasn't appointed to drink the cup of wrath that they had. So y'all done put y'all hands on people y'all wasn't supposed to put y'all hands on. Y'all done unalive people y'all wasn't supposed to unalive. Y'all oppressed people who weren't supposed to be oppressed. Do y'all understand and understand that the only people who were supposed to be oppressed was the house of Israel? That's the men, the 2.5 tribes of Judah, Egypt, the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Assyrians. Anybody that took crafty counsel against the chosen ones and against the servants, those are the only ones you were supposed to put your hands on. That was it. Remember, Shem's kids and Abraham's kids got the same punishment as the house of Judah and the house of Israel did. Remember, the house of Israel are the fathers, not the 10 tribes. Stop labeling the 10 tribes as the house of Israel. They had been taken away by Assyria. That's why the Creator went after Assyria and went after Egypt. You need to go read Isaiah again, what y'all says, and what Ezekiel again, what y'all said that y'all was gonna do to Assyria and Egypt for what they did, and Esau for what they did to the 10 tribes. Because the 10 tribes were innocent at that time. The 10 tribes were trying to do right. They went off to Azareth and started following the laws and statutes and commandments, and they kept them, and they kept them purely. You're like, no, I don't. It says it in 2nd Esdras that they did. For by myself I have sworn, says the Creator Yahuwah, that you shall be in the midst of her an impassable land, and a reproach and a curse, and all her cities shall be desert forever. I have heard a report from the Creator here, and the Creator has sent messengers to the nations, saying, assemble yourselves, come against her, and rise you up to war. They got their warning. They still refused to hearken to the words of the Creator here. They could have just changed. They could have just stopped this. The Creator would have forgave them and let them go on about their business. But no, they didn't stop. I have made you small among the nations, utterly contemptible among men. Your insolence has risen up against you. The fierceness of your heart has burst the holds of the rocks. It has seized upon the strength of the lofty hill. For as an eagle, he set his nest on high. Thence I will bring it down. And Idumea shall be a desert. Every one that passed by shall hiss at it. As Sodom was overthrown and Gomorrah, y'all know what Sodom and Gomorrah is, right? Y'all do know that. Because Sodom and Gomorrah was to the right. To the right of the promised land. Now, if I'm telling you the promised land is here in the United States, in the Midwest, what place do you know that's unlivable in the United States of America that's in the Midwest? They got sulfur coming up out the ground. What place is that? So where is Sodom and Gomorrah? And Sodom was overthrown, and Gomorrah, and they that sojourn in her, says the Creator, Hey, Almighty. And the Creator says, I'm going to do Babylon like I did Sodom and Gomorrah. And don't that sound like another volcano going to erupt? Let me go make sure I'm not rereading that again. Yeah, I screenshot it more than once. And no man shall dwell there, no shall any son of man inhabit it there. Behold, the Creator. Behold, that the reason why I'm saying that, behold means hey, y'all. Hey, hey, yod, hey. Ahaya, what y'all call Ahaya. Behold, hey shall come up as a lion out of the midst of the Jordan to place an anthem, to the place of Atham, for I will speedily drive them from it. And do you set the young men against her? And do you set the young men against her? For who is like me? And who will withstand me? And who is the shepherd? And who shall comfort her? Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Creator here, which the Creator has framed against Idumea, and the Creator's device, which the Creator has devised against the habitation of Theman. Surely the least of the sheep shall be swept off. Surely their dwelling shall be made desolate for them. For at the sound of their fall, the earth was scared, and the cry of the sea was not heard. Behold, behold, he shall look upon her as an eagle, and spread forth his wings over her strongholds. What's the strongholds? When you see the strongholds, those are deities. When you see the word strongholds, that's deities. In Semitic language, but Paleo Hebrew and Aramaic, the word strongholds does not literally translate to the word deity, but the concept are structurally and metaphorically linked because ancient Near East cultures viewed physical fortresses as earthly residence, protection, and manifestation of their gods. Paleo-Hebrew pictograph meaning. Paleo-Hebrew utilizes pictographs where each letter represents a concrete object, and the primary words for stronghold carry meanings deeply tied to the divine power and authority. Ma'oz, Strong's H4581. This is the most common biblical word for a fortified place, refuge, or helmet. It comes from the root azaz, meaning to be strong. A stronghold is a watchful eye wielding a weapon of defense. In the ancient mind, the ultimate watchful protector was not a human king, but a deity. Mass God. This word translates to a high tower, cliff, or inaccessible refuge. It comes from the word sagab, meaning exalted, lofty, or lofty secure, because deities were believed to dwell in the heavens or on the mountains. A high fortress, Mishgab, was considered a physical point of contact with the divine. The Aramaic and biblical connection of the gods of fortresses. In the imperial Aramaic portions of the Bible, the related ancient Near East texts, strongholds are heavily tied to spiritual forces. Did you hear that sound confirmation? The most explicit link between strongholds and a specific deity appears in Daniel 11:38, which mentions a tyrant honoring a god fortress, Eloha Mazum. In the ancient world, cities were dedicated to patron deities. A physical wall or stronghold of a city were viewed as a literal strength of that god. If a stronghold fell, it meant the enemy's deity was stronger. Conversely, the Hebrew Bible routinely strips foreign deities of this title, explicitly states that the Creator is the true stronghold, Magdol Oz, or Ma'oz, of the Creator's people. Summary. In the metaphorical identity, why stronghold linguistically means a fortified wall, cliff, or tower, spiritually and culturally, a stronghold was an extension of a deity. To trust in a physical stronghold was fundamentally an act of worship towards either the true God or a pagan God force. So when you see stronghold, it's talking about a deity. That's why it says Pharaoh's stronghold, Pharaoh's deity. And the heart of the mighty men of Idumea shall be in that day as the heart of a woman in her pains. Because y'all ever went through labor? I did. It's painful. The vision which Isaiah, so now we're in Isaiah chapter 13. So we just finished over here in Jeremiah chapter 29. Now we're in Isaiah chapter 13. Precept upon precept do what? Brings joy to the heart. In the vision which Isaiah son of Amos saw against Babylon, lift up a standard on the mountain of the plain. Exalt the voice to them. Beckon with the hand. Open the gates, you rulers. I give command, and I bring them. Giants are coming to fulfill my wrath. Who cometh to fulfill the wrath of the Creator? Rejoicing at the same time and insulting. So it's going to be a great and terrible day. It'll be a great day for the righteous and a terrible day for the wicked. Rejoicing at the same time and insulting. A voice of many nations on the mountains, even like to that of many nations. A voice of kings and nations gathered together. And the Creator, the authority of the host, has given command to a warlike nation to come from the land of from a land afar off, from the uttermost foundation of heaven. And the Creator Hell and his warriors are coming to destroy all the world. So who coming to destroy the world? Howl you, for the day of the Creator is near, and the destruction from the Creator shall arrive. Therefore, every hand shall become powerless, and every soul of man shall be dismayed. And the elder shall be troubled, and the pain shall seize him as a woman in travail. And they shall mourn one to another, and shall be amazed, and shall change their countenance as a flame. For behold, the day of the Creator Yah is coming, which cannot be escaped. You can't escape it, y'all. A day of wrath and anger, to make the world desolate and to destroy sinners out of it. For the stars of heaven and Orion and all the host of heaven shall not give their light, and it shall be dark at the sunrise, and the moon shall not give her light. And I will command evils for the whole world, and will visit their sins, on the unworthy. And I will destroy the pride of the transgressors, and I will bring low the pride of the haughty. And they that are left shall be more precious than gold, tried in the fire. And a man shall be more precious than the stone of the sapphire. Why? Because it ain't going to be many people on the earth. For the heaven shall be enraged, and the earth shall be shaken from its foundations. It's going to be a big ass earthquake, y'all. Because of the fierce anger of the Creator, the authority of the host, in the day in which the Creator's wrath shall come. And they that are left shall be as a fleeing fawn, and as a stray sheep, and there shall be none to gather them, so that a man shall turn back to his people, and a man shall flee to his own land. Told y'all, go back to y'all land. If you found somewhere you ain't supposed to be, that's between you and hell. But as for me, I got my butt where I'm supposed to be. I prayed about where I'm supposed to go. I ain't finna be over here getting boot to ass because I'm in the wrong spot, because I didn't ask. Because you can ask, you know that, right? That's Isaiah 13 and at 14. Then we Isaiah 15. For whoever shall be taken shall be overcome, and that are gathered together shall fall by the sword, and they shall dash their children before their eyes, and they shall spoil their houses, and they shall take their wives. Behold, I will stir up against you the Medes. There's the Medes again, who do not regard silver, neither have no need for gold, y'all. They ain't gonna want it. You can pay them all you want. You can throw your dollar bill, make it rain on them. They ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna take you out. And they shall break the bows of the young men, and they shall have no mercy on your children, nor shall their eyes spare your children, transgressors. So you gotta be, if you're transgressors, and will bring low the pride of the haughty. And Babylon, which is called glorious by the king of Chaldeans, shall be as when the Creator Yah overthrew with Sodom and Gomorrah. And it shall never be inhabited, neither shall any enter into it for many generations, neither shall the Arabians pass through it, nor shall the shepherds at all rest in it. But wild beasts shall rest there, and the house shall be filled with howling, and mourners shall rest there, and devils shall dance there, and satyrs shall dwell there, and hedgehogs shall make their nests in their houses. It will come soon. It will not wait. Isaiah chapter 19. The vision of Egypt. Oh, so Egypt finna get handed something too. Behold, the Creator sits on a swift cloud and shall come to Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at the Creator's presence, and their heart shall faint within them. Y'all do know what Egypt is. I'm finna show you what Egypt is at. I'm finna show you what Egypt is. I'm gonna show you proof what Egypt is. And I'm going to use scripture to prove it to you. We're at 1 hour and 11 minutes, y'all. Let's keep going. And the Egyptians shall be stirred up against the Egyptians. So there's going to be Egyptian on Egyptians war. AKA black on black. Why y'all got black on black crime? That's Egyptian on Egyptian, baby. And a man shall fight against his brother, and a man against his neighbor, and city against city, and law against law. And the spirit of the Egyptians shall be troubled within them, and I will frustrate their counsel. And they shall inquire of their gods and their images, and them that speak out of the earth, and them that have in them the divine spirit. And I will deliver Egypt into the hands of men, of cruel lords, and cruel kings shall rule over them. Thus says the Creator, Hell, the authority of the hosts of heaven and earth. And the Egyptians shall drink the water that is by the sea, but the river shall fail and be dried up. It's going to dry up, y'all. Let's keep reading. That's the first time you've seen that, right? And then the stream shall fail, and the canals of the rivers, and every reservoir of water shall be dried up, and every marsh also of reed and papyrus. Let's keep going. And all the green herbage round about the river, and everything sown by the side of the river, shall be blasted with the wind and dry up. And the fishermen shall groan, and all that cast their hook in the river shall groan, and they also that cast nets and anglers shall mourn. And shame shall come upon them that work fine flax, and them that make fine linen. And they that work at them shall be in pain. So your job gonna dry up. And all that make beer shall be grieved, and be pained in their souls. So beer refineries, y'all gone. And the prince of Tanas shall be fools. The princes of Tanas shall be fools. For as for the king's wise counselors, their counselors shall be turned into folly. How will you say to the king, we are sons of wise men, sons of ancient kings? You gonna say, I'm a son of an ancient king. I'm the sons of an ancient king. I'm this, that, and the other. Y'all see people teaching this, right? I see people doing it all the time. And I be shaking my head. It was like, dang, read the book. And where are now your wise men? And let them declare to you. And say, what has the Creator here, the authority of the host of heaven, purpose upon Egypt? And the prince of Tanis have failed, and the princes of Memphis are lifted up with pride, and they shall call Egypt to wander by tribes. What? They mention Memphis, Tennessee in this book? I got to smack my lips on that one. Because this tea tastes sweet. Ooh, come on, let's find out about the tea. The princes of Tanis have failed, and the princes of Memphis are lifted up. When the Creator says princes, those are angels. Let's go look up princes. In Daniel 10, the word prince translates to the Hebrew word sar, which means a ruler, leader, commander. The term describes both good and fallen angelic beings. Assigned as territory guardians over nations, as well as chief heavenly princes like Michael. Linguistic meaning of sar, so Sarah, she was what? She was a what? She was an angel. So was Abraham, because the children of Israel in the house of Jacob, they were what? Hallel. It says that in the book of Joshua chapter 10 and 13, and Samuel. Go look it up. The Egyptian says, the women of Israel, the women of Jacob, they're Hallel. Definition: a primary Hebrew root meaning captain, chief, official, or battle commander. Scope: it applies functionally as to whoever exercised top authority and leadership in the given domain, whether human rulers or earthly magistrates or invisible spiritual generals. Aramaic context: in the Aramaic portion of Daniel, parallel concepts of a royal and high-ranking authority are used, though chapter 10 and 12 are specifically quoted in the biblical Hebrew uses sar. Good versus fallen principle in Daniel 10 through 12. Fallen resistant prince. The prince of Persia, Sar Malakda Paras, and the prince of Greece, Sar Yavain, actively withstood the heavenly messenger for 21 days. Mainstream biblical interpretation views these as high-ranking fallen angels or demonic powers exercising cosmic influence behind hostile earthly empires. Good and faithful princes. Michael is described as one of the chief princes, Ha-Sharam, Ha-Resham, explicitly named your prince, Sar-Ka'am, standing for the people of Israel. Michael operates as a loyal heavenly defender of the Creator Ha's people against the opposing spiritual forces of Persia and Greece. So when the Creator says prince, who is that? Now it says here, the prince of Tanis has failed, and the prince of Memphis are lifted up with pride, and they shall cause Egypt to wander by tribes. For the Creator Hea, Isaiah chapter 19, for the Creator Hea, has prepared for them a spirit of error. So the Creator has sent y'all a spirit of error, and they have caused Egypt to err in all their works, as one staggers who is drunken and vomits also. And there shall be no work to the Egyptians, so they're not going to have no jobs, which shall make head or tail, or beginning or end. But in the day, the Egyptians shall be as a woman in fear and in trembling because of the hand of the Creator, the authority of the hosts in the heaven, which he shall bring upon them. And the land of the Uz shall be for a territory to the Egyptians. Whoever shall name it to do them. Y'all, all the Egyptians aren't going to die. They're being punished, yes. But remember, the real Egyptians are not Hamites. They are the children of Abraham. So if you go look up in the book of Jasher, I believe chapter 44, you will find that Egypt was ran by the sons of Abraham. They were the kings of Egypt, of Abraham's second wife, after Sarai died. Whoever shall name it to them, they shall fear, because of the counsel which the Creator Yah, the head of the Creator Yah, the authority of the host of heaven, has purpose concerning it. So the counsel is the same thing as angels. In that day there shall be 5 cities in Egypt, speaking the language of the who? Of the who? Who them is? They're going to be speaking the language of Canaanite, which is what? Phoenician. And that guy, that young man, he said that English came from who? Phoenician. Who is this guy? Let's go. This guy right here, he teaches that English came from Phoenician. Let me see if I can find this video. I think it was this one. He was teaching that English is Phoenician. Oh, I don't remember which one it was. Let me get back to it. But yes, English is Phoenician. I think it's this Egyptian one right here.
And literacy don't mean just reading. Literacy means listening. You got to be able to listen. A lot of y'all literacy skills is ass because y'all don't fucking listen. Something simple is listening, right? You got to listen. So no shit what we speak is a trade language. It's a trade language amongst American Indians. Which leads me into my next slide. Right? Which leads me into my next slide. Boy, I love having trolls, boy. This shit fun. Right? Which leads me into my next slide. All right. You were not taught so in school. Once again, you were not taught in school this. So don't be coming in here trying to argue me with some McGraw-Hill, whatever the fuck you learned in school. Because when I'm teaching y'all, you were not taught in school. But it is a fact, right? You can't debate this, right? Fact. What is a fact? Can somebody put the definition of a fact in the comments for our trolls in here so they can understand? because you can't debate facts, right? But it is a fact that your native tongue is not the King's English, nor do we and the English people share a common tongue. Nor do we and the English people share a common tongue. Nor do we Americans and the English people share a common tongue. The two streams of English, quote unquote, have developed independently for more than 300 years. Right? What do develop independently mean for the people who have low literacy skills? Can somebody put it in the comments for me? What do it mean if something developed independently for more than 300 years? And more than 300 years is very key because fucking British people wasn't even over here for 300 years, right? So what do it mean when something is developed independently on its own, right? So the two stems of languages have developed on its own for more than 300 years. The language of America grew out of the Elizabeth English brought to these shores by the colonists. Now, who was the colonist? Right? Because what they're saying is that, okay, we got American Indian words that I just broke down to you, right? And then we got Latin American words and stuff that come from Spain and Italy, and the Queen's Elizabeth English is also different than the King's English. Why is that? Because the Elizabeth English comes from Sephardics and Moors, which is nothing more than just Latin. So, Elizabeth English that was brought to these shores by the colonists, and the colonists were Sephardics and Moors. Those are Negroes. What white people language are you talking about? We don't speak a white person's language. Elizabeth is a black queen. The colonists was black people. The Indians are niggas. What white language are we speaking? Don't nothing come from white folks. White people ain't even old enough to invent shit. Right? And I got a whole source. I got a book written by a white man that tell you that white people didn't invent shit. Everything came from Negroes. I got not just one book. I got thousands of books that say that. White people telling you, nigga, we ain't invent this shit come from Negroes. Asiatic Negroes, Moors, American Indians, we ain't invent shit. Coming out his mouth. Are you gonna argue with the white man that just told you that they didn't invent shit? While we were speaking languages, them niggas was talking about some ooga. Ooga booga, eating lice out each other's hair and shit. Wild men. Ooga. Ooga booga. We over here building pyramids, got languages, we got alchemy, we got astrology, we got crops growing. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is doing shit. How can a wild man who don't even know how to wash their ass create language? I got a source that's telling you that they was eating lice. Do y'all want to see that source? They was telling you that Caucasians and Turks and Armenians and East European, them niggas was eating lice. That's why when I say lice eaters, that's what I'm talking about. They was eating lice. Not even that long ago either. Like, them niggas was eating lice like in the 15, 16, and 1800s, G. Very barbaric. Shit, niggas probably still be eating lice. It's a delicacy to them. Right? Native Americans be eating puppies. If I start breaking down what all these cultures be eating, you're gonna be looking at them. We really are the civilized people. Yes. Don't believe me? Hop off my live. Go hop on Google. A lot of y'all like Google and Google Scholars. Hop on Google and type in Native American ceremonial dish puppy soup. And it's going to pull it up to you. They come like, yes, Native Americans have a ceremonial dish called puppy soup that they eat. So you got one group of people eating lice in the Caucasus Mountains, and then you got another group of people making puppy soup. And they trying to tell you that you savage and barbaric. and you eat gumbo with crawfish and crab legs and shit. We eat gumbo and cornbread. They eat puppy soup and lice. Shadas had to understand the fucking Chippewas. The Chippewas had to understand the Yamasees. Lingerie, shanty, catch, plum, rabbit, shoot, levy, chowder. All of these are right? Who is hostile? The Englishman, right? On what he is pleased to call the King's English. Nevertheless, the Breton speaks Native American or American Indian whenever he uses such non-English words. Right? We're about to get into what? Non-English words. What did they just say? The Breton, the Englishman. They speak American Indian whenever they use such.
Okay, let's get back to this. So the creator says, and he's saying he's an Egyptian. So the reason why I brought that up is because he's like, I'm Egyptian, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. Okay, then in that day, there shall be 5 cities in Egypt speaking the language of the Canaanite, Canaanite, and swearing by the name of the Creator hail the authority of the host of the heavens. One city shall be called the city of Ashdod. And in that day there shall be an altar to the Creator hail in the land of the Egyptians, and a pillar to the Creator by its borders. Let me see. So this is Isaiah chapter 19. Then it says, chapter 19, verse 20. And it shall be for a sign. That's my friend right there. So what are you trying to say? It's a sign? Yes, this is a sign. And it shall be for a sign to the Creator forever in the land of Egypt. For they shall presently cry to the Creator Yah by reason of them that afflict them. And he shall send them a man who shall save them, and he shall judge and save them. And the Creator shall be known to the Egyptians, and the Egyptians shall know the Creator hail in that day. It's always in that day. Y'all, it's a lot of in that day in this book. And they shall offer sacrifices, and they shall vow vows to the Creator hail and pay them. So what is the sacrifices? What is the sacrifices of us? It's the bulls of our lips. That's what the true sacrifice is the bulls of our lips, not the bulls on the altar. The bulls on our lips. And the Creator shall strike the Egyptians with a stroke, and shall completely heal them, and they shall return to the Creator hail. And he shall hear them and thoroughly heal them. Why is the Creator Yah going to heal the Egyptians? Because they're the seed of Abraham. And the Creator promised Abraham that I will save all of your seed. So that means all of Abraham's kids gonna get saved. All of them. The ones from Sarai and the ones from the other women. Ishmael gonna get saved. Esau, all of them. But not all of Esau. Remember, it's going to be a remnant. It's going to be a remnant of the Egyptian, a remnant of the Assyrians, a remnant of anybody who is the house of Shem. Except for Moab, and except for Ammon, except for Psalms 83. Anybody that was Psalms 83, that took part in the Psalms 83, y'all going down for the count, baby. Y'all going down for the count. Those who took crafty counsel against the Creator's chosen people, against the Creator's servants. Oh no, y'all going down, baby. And in that day, there shall be a way for the Egyptian to Assyria, and the Assyrians shall enter into Egypt. See, not all the Assyrians going to die either. And the Egyptians shall go to the Assyrians, and the Egyptians shall serve the Assyrians. And in that day shall Israel be third with the Egyptians and the Assyrians, blessed in the land which the Creator had. The authority of the host in heaven has Baruch. So who gonna be with them? So it's gonna be Assyrians, the Egyptians, and the house of Israel. Saying, blessed be my people that is in Egypt, and that is among the Assyrians, and Israel is my inheritance. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say the word be that word. I'm sorry, I repent for saying that. I'm sorry. Baruch, saying, Baruch be my people that is in Egypt, and that is among the Assyrians. So I felt better when I read this, because y'all, I was disturbed because my children live in Egypt. You're like, over in the Middle East? No, the Egypt in America, you fool. They live in Egypt in America. So I was freaking out about that till I read this. And so the calm came on me. So they're going to be amongst the Egyptians and the Assyrians, and they're going to be fine. They're going to have to suffer a little bit. They're going to have to get the boot to ass a little bit, but they're going to be straight. So I'm good. I'm good now. Let me see. Make sure I don't read this twice. Yeah, I screenshot it twice. 20. And now we're going to Isaiah chapter 29. Alas, for the city of Ariel. Remember who I told you Ariel was. Ariel is a deity. Who is that deity? That's JC. Alas, for the city of Ariel, which David besieged. Gather you fruits year by year. Eat you, for you shall eat with Moab. For I will grievously afflict Ariel, and her strength and her wealth shall be mine. I will compass you about like David, and will raise a mound about you, and set up towers around you. And your word shall be brought down to the earth, and your word shall sink down to the earth, and your voice shall be as they that speak out of the earth, and your voice shall be lowered to the ground. But the wealth of the unrighteous shall be as dust from a wheel, and the multitude of them that oppress you are flying chaff, and it shall be suddenly as a moment. For the Creator hath the authority of the host of the heaven and earth, for there shall be a visitation with thunder. Oh, so what we just say about the visitation? What did we just learn about the word visitation? What that mean? And the Creator said, I'm coming with thunder, and the earthquake, and a loud noise, and the rushing tempest, and devouring flame of fire. Oh, didn't we just read this over in Jeremiah that y'all said this was going to happen? Now it's saying it in Isaiah. And in the wealth of all the nations together, as many as have fought against Ariel. And all they that warred against Jerusalem, and all who are gathered against her, and they that distress her, shall be as one that dreams in the sleep by night. And as men drink and eat and sleep, and when they have arisen, the dream is vain, y'all. Y'all dreaming in vanity. Think somebody can die for your sin? That is vain. To think that you don't have to put no work in. That is so vain. To think that you don't have to do something. You want the check. You want your check cash, but you didn't earn it, baby. Come on. Where that work at? Make that make sense. And a thirsty man dreams as if he drank. And having arisen is still thirsty. His soul has desired in vain. So shall be the wealth of all nations, as many as have fought against Mount Zion. Thank you and be amazed and be overpowered. I'm shaking my head like y'all can see me because I'm like, they gonna get it. You know how your brother, your sister gonna get in trouble because they did something wrong, and you shake your head because when mama and daddy get home, they gonna break the switch off the tree. Come on, you know what's gonna happen. Thank you and be amazed and be overpowered, not with strong drink, nor with wine, down to the earth. For the Creator has made you to drink a spirit of deep sleep, and the Creator shall close their eyes, and the eyes of their prophets and of their rulers who see secret things. The Creator said, I'm going to put you in a stupor, baby. Stupor right there. Go look it up in your book. It says stupor right there. Precept upon precept, do what? Bring joy to the heart. And all these things shall be to you as the words of this sealed book, which if they shall give to a learned man, saying, read this, he shall then say, I cannot read it, for it is sealed. There's people teaching this doctrine right now that the books are sealed and they won't open till the Creator here come back. But what does it say in Daniel chapter 12? The wicked will do wickedly, and they will elucidate, and they will go through all the books, and they will not understand. But the wise will read the book, and they will understand. I read it so many times. I quoted it to you. It's Daniel 12. The wicked will do wickedly, and they will elucidate, and they will not understand the book, but the wise will understand it. So you're going to read this book, and he shall then say, I cannot read it, for it is sealed. And this book shall be given into the hands of a man that is unlearned. And one shall say to him, read this. And he shall say, I am not learned. Verse 13. And the Creator has said, this people draw near to me with their mouths, and they honor me with their lips, but with their hearts it is far from me. Y'all, the Creator says, seek me with all your heart and all your soul. That's that's Chronicles chapter 15. Seek me with all your heart and all your soul. If your heart ain't in it, don't do it, baby. Stop wasting your time. The Creator says here, read that again, 13. And the Creator said, the people draw near to me with their mouths, and they honor me with their lips, but their hearts is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching the commandments and doctrine of men. Oh, so you teaching what? I ain't saying. Creator said you're doing it. You're teaching what? The commandments. And the doctrines of men. You ain't teaching my laws, statutes, commandments. You're teaching the commandments and the doctrine of men. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to remove this people, and I will remove them, and I will destroy the wise of the wisdom of the wise, and I will hide the understanding of the prudent. Do y'all know who the prudent is? Those are the people that Yah pour into. Let's go look up prudent in Paleo Hebrew, so you won't think I'm talking out my ass. In the ancient Near East, the concept of being prudent did not just mean being cautious, it meant having a sharp, strategic mind capable of navigating chaos and anticipating danger. In Paleo Hebrew, the early pictograph script used before the Babylonian exile, and its sister language Aramaic, prudence is expressed through words that combine mental mastery, foresight, and practical success. So you gonna be successful in what you say. Paleo Hebrew, the root shakal, the primary Hebrew root for to be prudent or wisely understand, is shakal. In the original Paleo Hebrew pictograph alphabet, each letter represents a concrete physical object. The combination of these letters tells a graphic story of what is meant to be prudent. When put together, the word picture of shakal means pressing into, tame what is wild in order to gain mastery over it. To the ancient mind, a prudent person is someone who takes chaotic thoughts, wild landscapes, and raw materials and uses sharp insight to discipline them into something successful, beautiful, structured. Hebrew and the Aramaic are dual nature of arum, another major word translated to be prudent. In the Old Testament, wisdom literature is arum. Wisdom literature is what? Arum. This word has a fascinating double meaning depending on how it's used. Negative sense, cunning, crafting, or slick, famously used to describe the serpent in Genesis 3:10. So, didn't I tell you the serpent came with what? Wisdom literature. It came with advice. Came with cunning advice. And positive sense, prudent, shrewd, and strategic, used frequently in Proverbs. The noun form of orma, which literally refers to smartness and discretion. Discretion. I'm trying to say it. Discretion. You have discretion. In the 19th century, commentary Malibu note of orma is fundamentally the strength in a soul to weigh each action before you do it. You know, unlike those people who live on instinct, you know, these men that act like animals and these women that act like animals, everybody they see, they just gotta jump on them and hump them. Just jump on them and hump them. That's animalistic. To everybody you see, you want to go stick your Peter in it, or you want them to stick their Peter into you. That's what dogs and wild animals act like. They live on instinct. But a true human that the Creator created has the ability to discern and choose. For those people who keep talking about, I can't help myself, then you acting like an animal. If you cannot help yourself to not do stuff, you cannot help yourself. You cannot help yourself. If you say, I can't help myself, you are an animal. Because animals live on instinct. You hear that? Sound confirmation. In the ultimate picture of prudent, arama, a man is found in Proverbs 22:3. The prudent sees danger and take cover, but the simple keep going and suffer. It means having a strategic foresight to read a situation, anticipate the consequences, and adjust your path accordingly. The Imperial Aramaic connection. In Aramaic, which shares the deep root with Hebrew, the conjugate verb shakal carried a similar weight but heavily emphasized comprehension, processing info, and instructing others. So when you have this word, it says you're going to not only you're going to have comprehension of it. You're going to process the information, and then you're going to instruct people. Hey, do you know it's a snake down there? Don't you go down there, you're going to get bit. The animal gonna keep going. You're gonna yell at the animal. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. The reason I'm saying is because yesterday, when I was in Denver visiting, I was about to take the dogs on and let them run before I headed back to where I live, because I don't live in Denver. I live a ways away from Denver, but I went to Denver to go visit somebody, right? And the guy was pulled up on one of those little golf carts. He says, don't go over there on that land because there's snakes over there. And I was about to go walking up, and I had let the dogs off the leash, and I already had and let them head on that land. He said, don't go over there. There's snakes over there. I stopped. And I said, that's what my dog is sniffing at, because my dog kept going to different holes sniffing. And I called them back. My Bishop is trained. So when I call Bishop comes back to me fast. But Diva, she's a baby. She's not even a year old. So I had to yell at Diva, come back here, so she wouldn't get bit by snakes. And she was sticking her nose in holes too. That's the difference. Bishop been trained. Bishop, when Mom says come back, Bishop comes back, and Bishop comes fast. Diva, she's a baby. So Bishop, you have to work harder with Diva than I do. I have to work harder with Diva than Bishop, but she's going to get trained because I do have somebody training her who is certified in training dogs. She's training her. She works with her all the time. She will get her trained just like Bishop is. But I digress. That's the difference. I just gave you an instance of that. The reason why I gave you that example is the guy said there's snakes over there. Guess what? I didn't go over there because I got sense enough to know that living in a desert city, there's snakes. If you tell me snakes over there, I ain't finna go over there and find out the hard way. Now, and according to the Comprehensive Aramaic Lexicon, the causative Aramaic form, to make prudent and to behave prudently. In Aramaic legal and the wisdom text, the prudent person is not someone who hoards knowledge to deceive, but an intelligent guide who observes, calculates outcomes, and instructs a community to keep them safe and successful. So you're not going to do something like the snake did in the garden and cause people to err. You're not going to do that. You're going to try to help as many people as you can. And that's what I do. Because now that I know how to read the book, I know I've been training for years on how to understand what this book says with the help of the Creator. Hale, I didn't do this on my own. Hale did this. Believe me, I ran from it. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this. I just wanted to be able to live a regular life and retire and sit on the front porch and in a rocking chair and watch my grandkids grow up. That's what I want to do. I did not know I was going to end up doing this. But now that I know it, I'm happy that I know it. Why? Because I can help the next person. And the next person can get this information, tell the next person. And the next person can get this information and tell the next person. And that's how you start helping people save themselves, by giving them the information. Now, if they reject it, that's on them. But for those who heed the warning that there's a snake over there in that field, and don't go in it and don't die by the strike of a poisonous snake, you'll be straight. Now, therefore, behold, I will proceed to remove this people, and I will remove them, and I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and I will hide the understanding of the prudent from them. Woe to them that deepen their counsel, and not by the Creator hand. Woe to them that take secret counsel, and whose works are in darkness, and they say, who has seen us? And who shall know us? And what we do. Y'all, Deuteronomy 30 says, the night and the day tell on y'all. The night and the day tell on y'all. So when it's dark, there's angels looking in on you. When there's light, there's angels looking in on you. And they writing down this information. Everything you do. You ain't got away with nothing. 16. Shall you not be counted as clay of the potter? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, you did not form me? Or the work of the maker, you have not made me wisely? Come on now. You gonna tell the Creator you didn't make me. The Creator said, I created good and I created evil. That's in Isaiah 45. It is I who did it all. It says, and I know a lot of you don't read the books in the Apocrypha, but I do. But it says in 2nd Ezra chapter 10, it says, when the Creator had created Adam, the Creator also created judgment. What do you think Lucifer was in the garden? There was judgment. When the Creator created Adam, the Creator also created judgment on the same day. And it is not yet a little while. The Lebanus shall be changed as the mountain of Carmel, and Carmel shall be reckoned as a forest. So we're going to get our vegetation back. And in that day, the deaf shall hear the words of the book, and they that are in the darkness, and they that are in the mist, the eyes of the blind shall see. So I once was blind, but now I see. Why was I blinded? Because we was under the curse, y'all. We was under the curse to have stupor of mind. Just like these people are in the stupor. In Deuteronomy chapter 28, 29, and 30. It says we were going to have a stupor of mind, and then the stupor going to be taken off us and be put on our enemies. So that's why they all around here running around with all these crazy doctors and saying all this different stuff. Because the stupor was on us. Now it's on them. So now the deaf who hear the words of the Creator that are coming out of the Creator hair y'all's mouth, you hear it now. And the people who are our enemies going to hear this, and they're going to call me a lie. They're going to say the truth ain't in me. There ain't no Creator. There ain't no G-O-D. I'm G-O-D. I'm the G-O-D. That's what they teaching. Watch it. And the poor shall rejoice. Who is the poor? That's the daughters of Zion. Wow, they took all that stuff. And the poor shall rejoice with joy, because the Creator he had. And they had no hope among men shall. And so let me read that again. It hiccuped. And the poor shall rejoice with joy because of the Creator here. And they that had no hope among men shall be filled with joy. Hallelujah. And the lawless man has come to nothing, and the proud man has perished. And they that transgress mischievously have been utterly destroyed. And they that cause men to sin by word, they that cause men to do what? Sin by what? Giving them what? False doctrine. You know, doctrine of men. And the men shall make all the reproof in the gates of an offense, because they have unjustly turned aside the righteous. Therefore, thus said the Creator concerning the house of Jacob, whom has set apart from Abraham, Jacob shall not be ashamed any more, neither shall which is hey, now change countenance. Let's read it again for the people in the back. Therefore, thus says the Creator here concerning the house of Jacob, whom the Creator set apart from Abraham. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall he know change of countenance. But when their children shall have seen my work, and they shall sanctify my name for my sake, and they sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, then shall fear the power of Israel. So our children are going to do what? They're going to see the works of the Creator here. They're going to look around the earth and they're going to see all this chaos, all this stuff going on. And then somebody like me is going to read them this information. And they're going to go, I see that. And then what they're going to do? They will sanctify the name of the Creator here. They will sanctify it and put it apart from everybody else. And they will throw down all the idol worship. And they will start serving the Creator here. And they will sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear the power of Israel. Because remember, Israel needs power as warriors. And they that err in spirit shall know understanding. And the murmurers shall learn obedience, and the stammerer's tongue shall learn to speak peace. Why? Because you're going to get this information right here. Right here. Those that murmur are going to learn all that. They're going to start getting this information from the house of Jacob. The house of Jacob is going to start showing y'all the truth. And then this will happen. And they that err in spirit shall know understanding, and the murmurers shall learn obedience, and the stammerer's tongue shall speak peace. Now, let's go to Isaiah chapter 30. And woe to apostate children, says the Creator here. You have framed counsel, but not by me. And covenants not by my spirit, to add sins to sin. Even they that proceed to go down to Egypt, but they have not inquired of me, that they might be helped by Pharaoh. What I tell you? And the protected by Egyptians. For the protection of Pharaoh shall be to you a disgrace. What is the protection? The stronghold of Pharaoh. And there shall be a reproach to them that trust in Egypt. For there is a prince in Tynes, evil messengers. Ooh, did not tell you, y'all. If y'all see me over here acting, I love it when the Creator words come right off the page and pop off. That's why I like to read different versions. For there are princes in Tynes, evil messengers. They're what? Those princes are who? Evil messengers. In vain shall they labor in the seeking to a people, which shall not profit them for help, but shall be for shame and reproach. The vision of the quarter raps in the desert, in affliction, the distress, where a lion and a lion's whelp. Thence come also apes. You know what apes are? They're snakes. And then the young of the flying apes. The flying apes, ain't that a dragon? There shall they be who bore their wealth on asses and camels to a nation which shall not profit them. The Egyptians shall help you utterly in vain. Tell them this is consolation in vain. This is your consolation in vain. And now, then sit and write these words on the tablet and in a book, for these things shall be for many long days, and even forever. For the people is disobedient, false children who would not hear the laws of the Creator have, who says to the prophets, report not to us, and to them that see visions, speak them not to us, but speak and report to us another era, and turn us aside from the way, remove from us the path, and remove from us the oracle of Israel. So Israel got oracles, y'all. And said, remove them oracles from us. We don't want to hear them oracles. And therefore, thus says the Creator here, the Creator, thus says the Holy One of Israel, because you have refused to obey these words, and have trusted in the falsehoods, and because you have murmured and been confident in disrespect, therefore shall this sin be to you as a wall suddenly fallen when a strong city has been taken, of which the falling is very near at hand. And the falling thereof shall be as the breaking of the earthen vessel and the small fragment of a pitcher, so that you should not find among them a shared with which you might take up fire, and with which you shall draw a little water. Thus says the Creator here, the holy authority of Israel. When you shall turn and mourn, then you shall be saved, and you shall know where you were, and when you did trust in vanities. Then your strength became vain, yet you would not listen, but you said, we will flee upon horses, and therefore shall you flee. And we will be aided by swift riders, and therefore shall they pursue you be swift. So here is Zechariah chapter 13. In that day, every place shall be open to the house of David, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, for the removal of the separation. And it shall come to pass in that day, says the Creator here, the authority of the hosts in the heavens, that I will utterly destroy the names of the idols off the land, and there shall be no longer any remembrance of them. And I will cut off the false prophets and the evil spirits from the land. Ooh, it's evil spirits in the land, y'all. And it shall come to pass, if a man will yet prophesy, that his father and his mother, which gave birth to him, shall say to him, you shall not live, for you have spoken lies in the name of the Creator here. And his father and his mother, who gave him birth, shall bind him as he is prophesying. And it shall come to pass in that day that the prophets shall be ashamed, every one his vision when he prophesies, and they shall clothe themselves with a garment of hair, because they have lied. So they're going to be still lying in the kingdom. And one shall say, I am not a prophet, for I am a tiller of the ground. For a man brought me up from my youth. And I will say to him, what are these wounds between your hands? And he will say, those with which I was wounded in my beloved house. Awake, O sword, against my shepherds and against the man who is in my city, says the Creator, the Authority Almighty. Strike the shepherds and draw out the sheep, and I will bring my hand upon the little ones. And it shall come to pass that in the land, says the Creator, 2 parts thereof shall be cut off and perish, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will try them as silver is tried. Remember, silver is judgment. And I will prove them as gold is proved. Remember, the word gold is decisions. And they shall call upon my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, this is my people. And they shall say, the Authority Creator Yah is my power. Zechariah 4. And behold, the days of the Creator Yah is coming, and your spoil shall be divided in you. And I will gather all the Gentiles to Jerusalem to war, and the city shall be taken, and the house plundered, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth in captivity, but the rest of my people shall not be utterly cut off from the city. And the Creator shall go forth and fight with those Gentiles as when he fought in the day of war. And his feet shall stand in that day on the Mount Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east. And the Mount of Olives shall cleave asunder, half of it towards the east, and half of the mountain shall lean to the north, and half of it to the south. So it's going to go in what? 1, 2, 3 different directions. So east, west, and south. So it's going to split into 3 different directions. And in the valley of my mount shall be closed up, and the valley of the mountain shall be joined on the Jesad, and shall be blocked up as it was blocked up in the days of the earthquake, and in the days of Uzziah king Judah. And the Creator, my power, shall come, and all the saints with the Creator here. So all the saints are coming with the Creator. So they're coming back. This is resurrection. And they coming to put boot the ass too. And it shall come to pass in the day that there shall be no light, and there shall be for one day cold and frost. Sorry, excuse me. And there shall be, let me make it a little bit bigger so I can see it better. And it shall come to pass in that day that there shall be no light, and there shall be for one day cold and frost. That day shall be known to the Creator here, and it shall not be day nor night, but towards evening it shall be light. And in that day living water shall come forth out of Jerusalem, half of it towards the former sea, and the half of it towards the latter sea. And so shall it be in summer and spring. And the Creator here be king over all the earth. And in that day there shall be one power, one authority, and the Creator here name will be one, compassing all the earth. And the wilderness from Gaed to Rimnah, south of Jerusalem, and Ramah shall remain in its place, from the gates of Benjamin to the place of the first gate, to the gate of the corners, and to the tower of Anamah, as for the king's winepress. And they shall dwell in the city, and there shall be no more any curse, and Jerusalem shall dwell securely. And this shall be the overthrow which the Creator Yah will strike the nations, all the nations, as many as have fought against Jerusalem. And their flesh shall consume away while they are standing upon their feet, and their eyes shall melt out of their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And there shall be in that day a great panic from the Creator Yah upon them, and they shall lay hold every man of the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall be collapsed with the hand of his neighbor. Judah also shall fight in Jerusalem, and the Creator shall gather the strength of all the nations round about, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. And this shall be the overthrow of the horses and the mules and the camels and the asses and all the beasts there are in those camps, according to this overthrow. And it shall come to pass that whoever shall be left out of all the nations that came against Jerusalem shall even come up every year to worship the Creator Yah, the authority Almighty, to keep Feast of Tabernacles. And it shall come to pass that whoever of all the families of the earth that shall not come up to Jerusalem to worship the King, the authority Almighty, even these shall be added to the others. And if the families of Egypt shall not go up, nor come, then upon them shall be the overthrow which the Creator shall strike all the nations. Whichever of them shall not come up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles, this shall be the sin of Egypt and the sin of all the nations. And whoever shall not come and keep the Feast of Tabernacles in that day shall be upon the bridle of every horse holiness to the what? Authority Almighty. And the cauldrons in the house of the Creator shall be bowls before the altar. And every pot in Jerusalem and Judah shall be holy to the Creator, and all the sacrifice shall come and take of them, and shall sift meat in them. And in that day there shall be no more Canaanites in the house of the Creator. So all the Canaanites got to go. So you can't be mixed with Canaanite. You're going to be out of here. You're going to be off earth. In Isaiah chapter 24, and behold, the Creator is about to lay waste. Now, I'm just giving y'all precept upon precept upon precept to prove what is going on, what these people are scared of. They know what's going to happen because they read the books. They're trying to stop it. Again, I'm reiterating the point that they're trying to stop it. That's why they invented CERN. That's why they did all these things. That's why they keep going trying to change it. That's why they keep trying to rage bait us. That's why they keep trying to do all these things. Why? Because they figure if they can do these things, they can change it. They cannot stop hell. They can't stop hell. Excuse me. And behold, the Creator is about to lay waste to the world, and will make it desolate, and will lay bare the surface of it, and scatter them that dwell therein. And behold, people shall be as the priest, and the servant as the Lord, and the maid as the mistress, and the buyer shall be as the seller. This right here is master. That's not the Creator. And buyer shall be as the seller, and the lender as the borrower, and the debtor as the creditor. And the earth shall be completely laid waste, and the earth shall be utterly spoiled, and the mouth of the Creator has spoken these words. And the earth mourns, and the world is ruined, and the lofty ones of the earth are mourning. And she has sinned by reason of her inhabitants, because they have transgressed the law and changed the ordinance. Oh, they changed the ordinance of the Creator. Hey, they changed it, y'all. So there's your other precept to Jeremiah 8:8. It's Isaiah chapter 24. They changed the ordinance, even the everlasting covenant. Oh, so they changed the covenant. They gave y'all a new covenant that had nothing to do with hell. Therefore, a curse shall consume the earth, because the inhabitants thereof have sinned. Therefore, the dwellers in earth shall be poor, and a few men shall be left. And the wine shall mourn, and the vine shall mourn, and the merry heart shall sigh. And the mirth of the timbrels has ceased, and the sound of the harp has ceased, and they are ashamed. They have not drunk wine. Strong drink has become bitter to them that drink it. And all the city has become desolate. One shall shut his house, so that none shall enter. There is a howling for the wine everywhere. So if you're an alcoholic, you ain't going to have no wine. All the mirth of the land has ceased, and all the mirth of the land has departed. And the city shall be left desolate, and the house being left shall fall to ruin. All these shall be in the land in the midst of the nation. And if one should strip an olive tree, so shall they strip them. But when the vintage is done, there shall cry aloud, and they that are left on the land shall rejoice together in the glory of the Creator. Hallelujah. I'm going to be doing the Tootsie Roll, y'all. And the water of the sea shall be troubled, and therefore shall the glory of the Creator be in the isles of the sea, and the name of the Creator shall be glorious. O Creator, the authority and power of Israel, from the ends of the earth we have heard wonderful things, and there is hope to the righteous. But they shall say, woe to the despisers that despise the law. Fear and a pit and a snare are upon you that dwell on the earth. And it shall come to pass that he that flees from the fear shall fall into a pit, and he that comes up out of the pit shall be caught by a snare. From the windows they have been opened in heaven, and the foundations of the earth shall shake. Where's the precept to that? In 2 Baruch chapter 70. I'm going to say it again. 2 Baruch chapter 70 says the same thing. And the earth shall utterly confound, and the earth shall be completely perplexed. Ooh, it's going to be perplexed. Just like them people in Micah chapter 7. It reels as a drunkard, and one oppressed with wine. So there's going to be a big earthquake, y'all. And the earth shall be shaken as a storehouse of fruits, for iniquity has prevailed upon it, and it shall fall, and shall not be able to rise. The whole earth is going to turn back into a plains land, and it's only going to be one mountain. You're going to be able to see it from afar. I don't care where you live. You're going to be able to see the mountain. Why? You couldn't see the mountain for the trees. And now that the trees have fallen, aka the people, you will be able to see the true holy mountain of the Creator. And the Creator shall bring his hand upon the host of heavens and upon the kings of the earth. So the Creator said, I'm going to deal with the host of heavens. And then I'm going to take my hand and deal with the kings on the earth. And they shall gather the multitude thereof into prisons. What the the heavenly host and the kings on earth, they're going to go to in prisons, and they shall shut them into the stronghold. After many generations shall they be visited. So Psalms 68. No, I decided I didn't want to do Psalms. I didn't want to do Psalms. It's good that David tells you to praise the Creator. Maybe I do need to. What was it? I wasn't gonna do Psalm 68. It was gonna be Psalms. Wait a minute, Psalm 68. What did I put on Psalm 68 right here? Yeah, I don't think I got the right one. I meant to get 10 and 12, but that's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. The fear of the Creator is the beginning of wisdom, and all that act accordingly have a good understanding. The Creator's praise endure forever and ever. Psalms 110 and 10. Hallelujah. Praise the Creator here, you servants of His. Praise the name of the Creator here. Let the name of the Creator be Baruch from this present time and forever, from the rising of the sun to his setting. And the name of the Creator is to be praised. Hallelujah. 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 And the Creator is high above all the nations, and the Creator's glory is above the heavens. I'm at 2 hours and 27 minutes. Who is the Creator, our power, who dwells in the high places, and yet looks upon the low things in heaven and on the earth, who lifts up the poor from the earth and raises up the needy from the dunghill, to set him with princes, even with the princes of his people, who settles the barren woman in a house, and as a mother rejoices over her children. This is Ezekiel chapter 38. Saba and Dadan and Carthage, mere chance, and all their villages, y'all hear my dog snoring. In all their villages shall you say to you are come for plunder, to take a prey and get spoils. You have gathered your multitude to take silver and gold, to carry off property, and to take spoils. Therefore prophesy, son of man, and say to God, thus says the Creator here, will you not arise in that day? Oh, in that day again. Y'all need to go through the book and go look what the Creator Yah says about in that day. There's a lot of them in here. And when my people Israel are dwelling securely, and come out of your place from the farthest north, and many nations with you, all of them mounted on horses, a great gathering, and a large force. And you shall come up upon my people Israel as a cloud to the covered land. And it shall come to pass in the last days that I will bring you upon my land, and that all the nations may know me. And when I am sanctified in you before them, thus says the Creator, the authority and the power, to God, you are he concerning whom I spoke in former times by the hand of my servant, the prophets of Israel, in those days and years that I will bring you up against them. And it shall come to pass in that day, in the day when Gog shall come against the land of Israel, says the Creator here, the authority and power, that my wrath and my jealousy shall arise. I have spoken in the fire of my anger. Verily, in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel. And the fish of the sea shall quake at the presence of the Creator here, and the birds of the sky, and the wild beasts of the field, and all the reptiles that creep upon the earth, and all the men that are on the face of the earth. And the mountains shall be torn, and the valleys shall fall, and every wall on the land shall fall. And I will summon against it even every fear, says the Creator here. And the sword of every man shall be against his brother, and I will judge him with pestilence and blood and sweeping rain, hailstorms. I will rain upon him fire, brimstone, and upon all of that with that are with him, and upon many nations with him. Where's the precept to that? In the Apocalypse of Abraham, chapter 30 and 31. In 29, 30, and 31. And I will be magnified and sanctified and glorified, and I will be known in the presence of many nations. And they shall know that I am the Creator here, the authority. And you, son of man, prophesy against Gog, saying, thus says the Creator, behold, I am against you, Gog, O Gog, Rahos, prince of Meshach and Tobal, and I will assemble you and guide you, and raise you up on the extremities of the north, and I will bring you up upon the mountains of Israel, and I will destroy the bow out of your left hand, and your arrows out of your right hand, and I will cast you down in the mountains of Israel. So they're going to come over here. They're going to put boot the ass to Babylon. And then after that, the Creator is going to put boot the ass to them. And you and all that belong to you shall fall. And the nations that are with you shall be given to the multitudes of birds, even every fowl. And I have given you to all the wild beasts of the field to be devoured. I'll know that, and you will know that I am the Creator here, and you shall fall on the face of the field, for I have spoken it, says the Creator here. And I will send a fire upon God, and the island shall be securely inhabited, and they shall know that I am the authority, the Creator here. And may the holy name shall be known in the midst of my people Israel, and my holy name shall no more be profaned. And the nations shall know that I am the Creator here, and the only one in Israel. And behold, it is come, and you shall know that it shall be, says the Creator, the authority and power. This is the day concerning which I have spoken. And they that inhabit the cities of Israel shall come forth and make a fire with arms and shields and spears and bows and arrows and hand staves and lances, and they shall keep fire burning with them for 7 years. And they shall not take any wood out of the field, neither shall they cut out of the forest, but they shall burn the weapons with fire, and they shall plunder those that plunder them, and the spoils those that spoil them, says the Creator here. And it shall come to pass that in that day, it's always in that day, baby, in that day. There's a lot of stuff going to be happening in that day, on that great and terrible day. And it shall come to pass that in that day I will give to Gog a place of renown, a tomb in Israel, the burial place of them that approach the sea. And they shall build round about the outlet of the valley, and there they shall bury Gog and all his multitudes, and the place shall then be called the burial place of Gog. And the house of Israel shall bury them, and the land may be cleansed, in the space of 7 months. Yes, all the peoples of the land shall bury them, and it shall be to them a place of renown in the day wherein it was glorified, says the Creator. And they shall appoint men continue to go over the land to bury them that have been left on the face of the earth, to cleanse it after the space of 7 months, and they shall seek them out. And every one that goes through the land and sees a man's bone shall set up a marker by it until the buriers shall have buried it in the valley, the burial place of God. For the name of the city shall be burial place, so that the land be cleansed. And you, sons of men, say, thus says the Creator. Say to every winged bird and to all the wild beasts of the field, gather yourselves and come and gather yourselves from all the places round about to my sacrifice. The Creator said, you sacrifice, I'm going to sacrifice too. According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions did I deal with them. I turned away my face from them. And therefore, thus says the Creator, the authority and the power. Now will I turn back the captivity in Jacob, and will have mercy on the house of Israel, and will be jealous for the sake of my holy name. And they shall bear their reproach and the iniquity which they committed when they lived upon the land in peace. Yet there shall be none terrifying them. When I have brought them back from the nations and gathered them out of the countries and out of the nations, I will be sanctified among them in the presence of the nations, and they shall know that I am the Creator, the authority, and their power. And when I have been manifested to them among the nations, and I will no more turn away my face from them, because I have poured out my wrath upon the house of Israel, says the Creator, authority and power. And rejoice, you barren, and bear not, break forth and cry that you not travail. For more are the children of the desolate than of her that has a husband. For the Creator has said, enlarge the place of your tents and your curtains, fix the pins of, it says, enlarge the place of your tents and of your curtains, and fix the pins. Spare not, lengthen your cords, and strengthen your pins. Purge him from the his stroke. Spread forth your tent, yet to the right and to the left, for your seed shall inherit the Gentiles, and you shall make the desolate cities to be inhabited. Fear not, because you have been put to shame, neither be confounded, because you were reproached. For you shall forget your former shame, and shall no more at all remember the reproach of your widowhood. For it is the Creator that made you, and the authority of the host of heaven and earth is his name, and he that delivered you, he is the power of Israel, and shall be called so by the whole earth. For the Creator has not called you as a desert of fainted heart, woman, nor a woman hated from her youth, says the Creator. For a little while I left you, but with great mercy will I have compassion upon you. In a little while I will turn away my face from you, but with everlasting mercy will I have compassion upon you, says the Creator that delivers you. And from the time of the water of Noah, this is my purpose. And I swore to him at that time saying of the earth, I will no more be angry with you, neither when you are threatened shall the mountains depart, nor shall the hills be removed. So neither shall my mercy fail you, nor shall the covenant of your peace be at all removed. For the Creator hath, who is a gracious to you, has spoken it. Afflicted and outcast have not been comforted. Behold, I will prepare carbuncle for your stones and sapphire for your foundations. I will make your buttress jasper and your gate crystal and your borders precious stone. And I will cause all of your sons to be taught of the Creator hair, and all your children to be in great peace. Hallelujah. And you shall be built in righteousness, abstain from injustice. You shall not fear, and trembling shall not come near you. Behold, strangers shall come to you by me, and shall sojourn with you, and shall run to you for refuge. Behold, I have created you not as a coppersmith blowing coals and bringing out a vessel fit for work, but I have created you not for ruin, that I should destroy you. I will not suffer any weapon formed against you will prosper, and every voice that shall raise up against you for judgment, you shall vanquish them all, and your advisory shall be condemned thereby. Thereby there is an inheritance to them that serve the Creator hath, and you shall be righteous before me, says our Creator hath. Did I mean to put that one in there? Yeah, I did. Okay. So, you that thirst, go to the water, and all that have no money, go and buy and eat and drink wine and fat without money or price. So, we won't have to go buy nothing. Commerce will be over with. And therefore, do you value at the price of money, and give your labor for that which will not satisfy? Listen to me, and you shall eat that which is good, and your soul shall feast itself on good things. Give heed with your ears, and follow my ways. Listen to me, and your soul shall live in prosperity, and I will make with you an everlasting covenant, as sure mercies of David. Behold, I have made him a testimony among the Gentiles, a prince and commander of the Gentiles, nations. Now, this isn't Gentiles right here, y'all. This word should be the other nations, which the Creator is talking about all of Shem. The other nations is all of Shem. All the other nations is the Shemites that we talked about earlier, where it was talking about the Egyptians and the Syrians and all them people. Nations which know you not shall come upon you, and the people which are not acquainted with you shall flee to you for refuge, for the sake of the Creator, our authority and power, the Holy One of Israel, for the Creator has glorified you. Seek you the Creator hath, and when you find the Creator, call upon the Creator, and when the Creator shall draw near to you, let the ungodly leave his ways, and the transgressors his counsels. And let him return to the Creator, and he shall find mercy, for he shall abundantly pardon your sins. But you got to turn from your wicked ways. Repent means just stop doing the wicked stuff and start doing what's right. For my counsels are not as your counselors, nor are my ways as your ways, says the Creator hath. So the Creator counsel is not the counsels y'all been receiving. Y'all been getting wicked princes with lying spirits on y'all. But as the heaven is distant from the earth, so is my way distant from your ways, and your thoughts from mine. For as rain shall come down, or snow from heaven, and shall not return until it have saturated the earth, it brings forth and bud and gives seeds to the sower and the bread for food, so shall my word be. Whatever shall proceed out of my mouth, it shall be by no means turned back. So whatever comes out of the Creator Hell's mouth, it will not turn back. It will not be in vain. Shall not come back void, people. Until all the things which I willingly shall have been accomplished, and I will make your ways prosperous, and I will effect my commands. For you shall go forth with joy, and shall be taught with gladness. For the mountains and the hills shall exalt to welcome you with joy, and all the trees of the field shall applaud with their branches. Hallelujah.
Is with the young generation of the black community.
You know, I wonder why Israel's biggest problem is the young generation of the black community.
Generation.
Isaiah chapter 10. Woe to them who write wickedness, for when they write, they do write wickedness, perverting the cause of the poor, violently wresting the judgment of the needy ones of my people, that the widow may be a prey to them, and the orphans a spoil for them. And what will they do in the day of visitation? There it is again. For affliction shall come to you from afar, and to whom you will flee for help. And where will you leave your glory? And that you may not fall into captivity. For all this is the Creator's wrath is not turned away, but the Creator's hand is yet exhausted. Woe to the Assyrians, and the rod of my wrath, and the anger are in my hands. I will send my wrath against a sinful nation, and I will charge my people to take plunder and spoil, and to trample the cities, and to make them dust. But he meant not thus, neither did he devise thus his soul, but his mind shall change. Oh, it's the second time we read that the mind shall change. It says that in Jeremiah 31 too. And to destroy the nations, not a few. And if they should say to him, you alone are ruler, then he shall say, have I not taken the country above Babylon and Chaldeans, where the tower was built? And have I not taken Arabia and Damascus and Samaria? I know what Damascus is, y'all. It's in southern Colorado. As I have taken them, I will also take all the kingdoms. Howl, you idols of Jerusalem and in Samaria, for I did to Samaria her idols, so I will do also to Jerusalem and her idols. And it shall come to pass, when the Creator Yah has finished doing all the things on Mount Zion and Jerusalem, that I will visit upon the proud heart. So after the Creator finished punishing the children of Israel and all Zion, and it says the same thing in Daniel chapter 12. When the Creator finished punishing us, then he's coming for Yah. Our 400 years is up, baby. It's up. It's an individual thing now. It's an individual thing now. It's up to you now. Choose to this day who you should serve. But as for me and my house, we serve the Creator here. And I will visit upon the proud heart, even upon the rulers of Assyria, and upon the boastful haughtiness of his eyes. For he said, I will act in strength and in wisdom of my own understanding, and I will remove the boundaries of the nations, and I will spoil their strength. And I will shake the inhabited cities. I will take with my hand all the world as a nest, and I will even take them as eggs that have been left, and there is none that shall escape me and contradict me. I'm gonna read that again for the people in the back. And I will shake the inhabitants of the cities, and I will take with my hand all the world as a nest, and I will even take them as eggs that have been left, and there is none that shall escape me or contradict me. Not no more. And shall the axe glorify itself without him that hews it? Or shall the saw lift up itself without him who uses it? As if one should lift a rod or staff, but it shall not be so. But the Creator, the authority of the host of heaven and earth, shall send dishonor upon your honor, and burning fire shall be kindled upon your glory. And the light of Israel shall be for fire, and he shall sanctify him with burning fire, and it shall devour the wood as grass. And in that day, it's always in that day, the mountains shall be consumed, and the hills and the forests, and the fire shall devour both soul and body. And he that flees shall be as one fleeing from burning flames. And they that are left of them shall be small number, y'all. A child should be able to write them down. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel shall no more join themselves with, and the saved of Jacob shall no longer trust in them that injured it. So Israel joined themselves with the ones who injured them. Israel joined themselves with the ones that injured them, but they shall trust in the holy power of Israel in truth. And the remnant of Jacob shall trust in the mighty Creator Hea. And though the people of Israel be as the sands of seas, a remnant of them shall be saved. And he will finish the work and cut it short in righteousness, because the Creator will make a short work in the world. And therefore, thus says the Creator Hea, the host of the heaven, the authority of the host of the heaven and earth. Be not afraid, my people, who dwell in Zion, of Assyrians, because he shall strike you with a rod. For I am bringing a stroke upon you, that you may see the way of Egypt for yet a little while, and the indignation shall cease. But my wrath shall be against their counsel, and the Creator will stir up enemies against them, according to the stroke of Midian in the place of affliction, and his wrath shall be by the way of the sea, even to the way that leads Egypt. And it shall come to pass in that day that the yoke shall be taken away from your shoulders, and his fear from you, and the yoke shall be destroyed from your shoulders. For he shall arrive at the city of Agna, and shall pass on Magdo, and shall lay up his stores in Machus. Hold on, take a sip, man. I've been reading for 3 hours. And it shall pass by the valley, and shall arrive at Angathir, shall seize up Ramah and the city of Saul. And the daughter of Galima, remember Saul was a Benjamite, so that's going to be some territory of Benjamin. And the daughter of Galima shall flee. Lisaiah shall hear, and one shall hear in antidote. And Madabina also is amazed, and the inhabitants of Gibbers. Exhort you them today to remain in the way. Exhort you beckoning with the hand of the mountain and the daughter of Zion, even you hills that are in Jerusalem. Behold, the Creator hath the authority of the host of the heaven and the earth, Yah, will mightily confound the glorious ones, and the haughty pride shall be crushed, and the lofty shall be brought low. Hallelujah. And the lofty one shall fall by the sword. Woo, hallelujah. I can't wait. And the Lebanus shall fall with his whole lofty ones. And you know that's a deity. You know that's got to be a deity right there. Chapter 11. And there shall come forth a rod out of the root of Jesse, and a blossom shall come up from his root. And the spirit of the Creator shall rest upon him, and the spirit of wisdom and understanding, and the spirit of counsel, and the strength of the spirit of knowledge and goodliness shall fill him. And the spirit of fear of the Creator hath. And he shall not judge according to appearance, nor reprove according to report, but shall judge the cause of the lowly, and shall reprove the lowly of the earth. And he shall strike the earth with the word of his mouth. So this is going to be a mouth war, y'all. It's the year of the mouth. 2026 or 5786 is the year of the mouth. Go look it up, translate it. And with the word of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he destroy the ungodly one. And he shall have his loins girded. Don't have a girdle on, so you know that can't be no man. With righteousness, and his side clothes with truth. And the wolf shall feed with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the young calf, and the bull, and the lion shall feed together, and a little child shall lead them. And the ox and the bear shall feed together, and their young shall be together, and the lion shall eat straw like an ox. Woo, hallelujah, I can't wait. And infant shall put his hand in the hole of an asp, you know that's a snake, and the nest of young asps, and they shall not hurt, nor shall they at all be able to destroy anyone on my holy mountain. For the whole world is filled with the knowledge of the Creator hair, as much water that covers the world. So the knowledge will be from sea to shining sea. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, and he shall arise to rule over the Gentiles. In him shall the Gentile trust, and his rest shall be glorious. And it shall be in that day that the Creator shall again show the Creator's hand, to be zealous for the remnant that is left of the people, which shall be left by Assyria, and that's from Egypt, and from the country of Babylon, and from Ethiopia, and from the Elamites, and from the rising of the sun out of Arabia. So where is Egypt? Where is Babylon? That is northeast Canada. Where is Ethiopia? South America. Where is the Elamites? That is south near Florida. Where is the rising from the rising of the sun out of Arabia? Where's Arabia? The rising of the sun. Where's the rising of the sun come from? And he shall lift up the standard for the nations, and he shall gather the lost ones of Israel, and he shall gather the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. So Judah is at the four corners of the earth. Oh, okay. And the envy of Ephraim shall be taken away, and the enemies of Judah shall perish, and Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not afflict Ephraim. And they shall fly in the ships of the Philistines, and they shall at the same time spoil the seas, and them that come from the east, and Idumea, and they shall lay their hands on Moab first, and then the children of Ammon shall first obey them. And the Creator shall make desolate the sea of Egypt. Desolate the sea of Egypt. And he shall lay his hands on the rivers with strong wind, and shall strike the 7 channels of Egypt, y'all. Now, why am I reading this? How do I know all this stuff is in process to happen? Because the Creator said, I'm gonna strike the 7 channels of Egypt. I left this last on purpose. So that men shall pass over it on what? Dry shod. You're going to walk across it on dry shod. And there shall be a passage from my people to that is left in Egypt, and it shall be to Israel as the day when they came forth out of the land of Egypt. So the 7 channels of Egypt. The Sea of Egypt. Where's the Sea of Egypt at? That's why I didn't tell you where Egypt was. I'm going to show you where Egypt is.
A serious water crisis in the West due to climate change. Communities in multiple states could face federally mandated water cuts because the Colorado River is so low. It affects Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, but it's also a national issue. The reason? Crops. Nearly half of the country's vegetables and most fruits and nuts come from California, and they rely on water from the Colorado River. So food prices could go up if they don't sort this out.
The Colorado River is dying. Right now, the snowpack that feeds the entire American Southwest is reading 0% of normal. Not low, not reduced, 0. Hoover Dam, the single most important piece of water infrastructure in the United States, has shut down hydroelectric generation for the first time in its 90-year history. And the 7 states that depend on that river for drinking water, farmland, and power are staring into a crisis that every climate scientist in the country has been dreading for 20 years. It is April 2026, and the American West is running out of water. Hi, my name is Daniel, and this is Natural Disasters, the numbers that should not exist. Everything, every farm, every faucet, every power outlet across 7 states starts with snow falling in the Rocky Mountains. The Colorado River does not work the way most people think. It is not fed primarily by rain, it is fed by snow. Every winter, storms roll across the Rockies and deposit snowpack across mountain ranges in Colorado, Wyoming, Utah, and New Mexico. That snowpack sits through the cold months like a frozen savings account. Then, in spring, it melts slowly and drains into the Colorado River system, filling reservoirs like Lake Mead and Lake Powell, sustaining flow rates that 40 million Americans depend on. That system has operated reliably for thousands of years. In April 2026, the Natural Resources Conservation Service published its monthly snowpack assessment for the Upper Colorado River Basin. The number it published was not 10% of normal. It was not 5%. The April report reads 0% of median snowpack across the critical measurement zones above Lake Powell. 0. To put that in context, the worst previous snowpack reading in recorded history for this basin was 19%. Logged in 2002 during a drought that was already called catastrophic. Scientists and water managers have modeled worst-case scenarios for decades. None of those models included a goose egg. Dr. Amanda Fielding, senior hydrologist at the Colorado Basin River Forecast Center in Salt Lake City, reviewed the data on April 7th and described it in language that water scientists almost never use publicly. She called it a foundational system failure, not a bad year, not an extreme outlier, a failure of the fundamental mechanism that has sustained the American Southwest since before European settlement. Precipitation across the upper basin between November 2025 and March 2026 measured 62% below historical average. Temperature anomalies averaged 4.1 degrees Celsius above normal throughout the accumulation season, meaning what little snow did fall melted almost immediately on
And the Creator shall make desolate the sea of Egypt. And the Creator shall lay his hand on the river with a strong wind. And the Creator shall strike the 7 channels, so that men shall pass through on what? Dry shod. And there shall be a passage for my people that is left in the left in Egypt. And it shall be to Israel as the day when they came forth out of the land of Egypt. Why they scared? Because when they see this happen, right here, they know that all of this stuff, all of these precept upon precept, all of these things are about to happen to them. Why they worried about the young men? Why they worried about them? Why they worried about them? Because if that's happening, then what's about to happen to them? They know where the promised land is. They know where real Egypt is. They just ain't telling you. But they cannot stop here. What happens? What's finna happen to them? The sword. No mercy. Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why they're scared. So-called black youths. Because if that's happening, then this is about to happen. So let's give praise to all of the words that came out of the Creator hair mouth. The Creator gave oracles to prophesy to you the future. In Isaiah 34 and in Daniel chapter 12, it says, every last thing that is written in the book of prophecies will happen. All praise to you and you alone. Hallelujah. Woo.